Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask, Heidi. It is Friday. It's the 6th day of May. It's National Beverage Day. National Crepe Suzette Day. National Nurses Day. Oh, wait.
Whoa.
That sounded kind of creepy. I
That
was just being
sounded
silly.
extremely creepy.
National, what else do we have? Military Spouse Appreciation Day, National Provider Appreciation Day, National Space Day, and School Lunch Hero Day. I always loved school lunch.
Oh, me too.
The school I went to, the school lunch was just amazing all the time. Just always was. Guest for today, I'm excited to talk with Tyrus. Tyrus was a pro wrestler. Tyrus was Snoop Dogg's bodyguard. Tyrus is a political commentator nowadays. He's got a fascinating life, and he just put out a brand new book. It came out recently. It's called Just Tyrus, a Memoir. I'm excited to visit with him. You know what his real name is?
No.
George Murdoch. Yeah, we're going to chat with George. I think I'll just call him Tyrus. He looks like a Tyrus. I'll chat with Tyrus coming up.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by Mintervention.com. Fad diets are a dime a dozen, but researchers at the University of Southern California say they've put one together that will help you live a long and healthy life. Their longevity diet favors fish and plant-based proteins and even features a good amount of carbs. The bad news, you need to avoid red and processed meats.
Yeah.
Researchers reviewed hundreds of studies on nutrition, nutrition, disease, and long life involving both animals and humans, and they combined all of this research with their research, and they came out with this longevity diet. It includes lots of whole grains and veggies, a little bit of white meat, low sugar, fair amount of nuts. Also requires people to eat their meals within a certain time frame and allows for fasting periods. The good news, it also includes some dark chocolate. Well, I could try this for about a week. What do you think?
Yeah, I couldn't.
You don't think you could do it for a week?
Maybe 1 week.
Let's
That's
try
not
for a
going to
week.
make you live longer.
Well, I'm just saying, it'll maybe live an extra week.
I don't
All
think
right.
so.
Well, I sure feel like it. Surveys and
It'll
studies
sure
and
feel
such
like-
brought to you by Mintervention.com.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know? Actors who win an Oscar are likely to live longer than their co-stars? Yeah.
Okay.
Researchers from the University of Toronto created a model based on 2,111 actors from 1929 through 2020. People who were nominated for an Academy Award or appeared opposite a nominated actor, or who they had in this. The data shows those who won an Oscar were more likely to live to about 81. Those who did not, they were just nominated or not nominated at all, but worked with somebody who was, lived to be about 76.
Okay.
So I think that's kind of fascinating.
Huh.
So I wonder why that is. I think maybe part of it is just, if they're more successful, maybe they have access to things that other people
If they're
don't have.
elite, they get better health care.
That could be. I have no idea. Maybe they have taken on that diet that we just recently talked about in the last break, longevity diet. I don't know.
Was Patrick Swayze an Oscar winner?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to check. We don't know everything, but now we know this. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Saturday Night Live's Pete Davidson has landed a starring role in a new comedy series. He's going to be on a thing called Bupkis, a new half-hour comedy for Peacock, loosely based on his own life. Heavily fictionized and exaggerated. Lorne Michaels is working as the executive producer on the series. It's going to take inspiration from Curb Your Enthusiasm in their approach to how it's going to be.
I loved Curb Your
No
Enthusiasm.
premiere date has been announced yet, by the way. And after 39 years of marriage, sadly, Dan Aykroyd and his wife Donna are separating.
Oh,
That's sad.
that makes me
In a joint statement, the couple said they are now separate on separate life paths, but remain legally married, co-parents and co-workers and business partners. They met in 1983 on the set of Dr. Detroit. Married that same year, they've starred together in Twilight Zone, the movie, Spies Like Us, The Couch Trip, and Exit to Eden. They have 3 adult daughters. So I'm sad to hear that, but
Me too.
I'm glad. It sounds like they're still going to be able to work together. So how would that go if we got divorced? Would we still do the John and Heidi show?
Oh, it would be ugly.
She'd probably have me murdered. So
It would be
We're
ugly.
going to just stay married. How's that sound? Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Hey, I got another cool thing sent to me. It's called 7 Things You're Wasting Your Money On.
Okay.
So I don't know necessarily, but this was going to be my list, but it's too long for that, so I stuck it here. Bank fees. They see between ATMs and monthly service fees, they can really add up, and a lot of people don't even pay attention to that. So sometimes if you keep just enough money in the account, fees are waived. So they're saying there's ways to get around a lot of this if you just try.
Okay.
So next one, stuff on sale. Everybody loves a great deal, but sometimes we
Yeah.
buy things just because it's on sale.
Yeah, I
So
do
they're saying if you ever
that.
come across something that's on sale and you're like, oh, I need this, but you didn't walk in the store needing it, they say wait 24 hours and see if you still need it.
But then it'll be gone. And you'll be like,
Sure.
I should have bought it.
Another thing we waste money on, according to this, subscriptions. A study found more than 70% of us waste at least $50 a month on recurring payments for things we don't even use. I'll tell you, a subscription that we no longer have all the time is Netflix. And you could do this with other subscriptions like that. We get it, and then after we sign up, a few days later, we cancel it, and we still have a whole month to watch stuff. And then when it's done, we go, we'll take a break from that for a while. And then there's like a show that comes out we want to watch, and we'll subscribe again for a bit. But that's actually, I think, a cool little money-saving tip. Another one on here says food waste. 40% of food purchased is never eaten. They say
I agree with that.
We really, sadly, we waste a lot of food.
And that's why I send leftovers home with people so
There you
that
go.
we don't waste.
Extended warranties are another thing on the list. Overpaying for insurance. They say sometimes people pay way too much because they just don't even look around. They go, yeah, that's fine. I'll get that. And then the last one on the list, credit card interest. It says, well, credit cards can be useful. They can be an expensive burden. It drags you down if you carry a big balance. So all of those little tips right there are sent to me, and I think it's cool. I've got to list the whole thing in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday. Our guest today is George Murdoch, but you probably know him as Tyrus. He's a professional wrestler. He's a former bodyguard for Snoop Dogg. He's a political commentator. He's just an all-around nice guy as well. Tyrus, you got quite the resume.
Yeah, I've been fired a lot.
That's awesome. And you've got this new book out, Just Tyrus, a memoir. Is there a story or two that you're just really excited for people to find out about you?
I think probably my affection for the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes and Lou Ferrigno, and how how heroes can shape you, in some cases even physically. I think Lou Ferrigno had a lot to do with me growing as big as I did because the Hulk was bigger than life to me. And how boring Snoop Dogg really is, and he's just as normal as everyone else in terms of, like, he takes care of his kids, he coaches youth football, and he hangs around his house. So it's kind of like it brings you down to earth. Sometimes people get a misconception. They see you on TV and they just think, oh, you're so successful and your life is so easy. And the road to get there is difficult. And so I kind of like people getting a sense of that and seeing that.
And people still have problems, but when they're that well known and that much in the spotlight, maybe they're different problems.
Yeah, I mean, there is that great saying that with more money comes more problems, and with more success becomes more issues is 100% correct. And it's really important that you have a good understanding of yourself and believe in yourself, because the first person to fall apart under pressure is you. And you're judged by your reactions more than the events that are happening to you. It's what you do when you get hit in the mouth that people remember. So, and no one's going to, and a lot of times they won't be like, well, this happened. They'll be like, oh, man, he really blew it.
Yeah.
So, entertainment is not for everyone.
Absolutely.
And we kind of push that now with social media and influencing and all that kind of stuff. It is a high stress level, and you have to have a good set of, you have to have a humility about you. You have to be able to take the good with the bad and focus on what's best for yourself opposed to what's best for what you think, what people like. Impressing people is a full-time job, and there is no vacation from it, and you end up becoming a slave to people you don't even know just so that they'll give you a fake life. And I work really hard not to live my life by that.
I love that. Now, you were born in the 1970s, so let's say we could go back to the 1980s. We talked to a young version of you. What is it that you would say you want to be when you grow up as just a kid?
Okay, so I have a teacher, Mrs. Freeband, wherever you are. I wanted to be a wrestler, an actor, policeman, and a zoologist. So,
nice.
and a comedian. I wanted to be like Richard Pryor.
Oh, yeah.
And I would make jokes in the classroom. And she said to me that being a comedian and talking all day is no way to make a living, son. And wrestling is fake. And I'd just like to say, Mrs. Freeband, you're wrong. You're so wrong. But out of respect, because instead of bringing your boxcar children's books to class, I was bringing the WWE magazine to show my friends. So, but she kept me grounded, and she did instill in me, it doesn't matter what you want to be. If you don't have an education, you're not going to be anything. So, well,
somewhere along the way, something went right, because you're a big dude, you're larger than life, and you can back up every bit of it.
Oh, thank you, boss.
And congrats on being the #1 book right now, Just Tyrus, a Memoir. It's sold out in some places, but that's a really cool thing.
Really an amazing, incredible thing, and I'm so humbled by it. But you can check my social media. I post wherever it's at, because people ask me, like, hey, it's sold out here. Where can I get it? And then I call my publisher and be like, hey, where can we get it? What's going on? So.
And if folks would like to find Tyrus on social media, where do they go to find you?
I only have 2. There's only 2, and they're blue checks. There's no other social media that I'm in other than Instagram and Twitter, and that's because I was able to connect them together.
Nice.
So, on Twitter, I am at Planet Tyrus, and it's blue check verified. And on Instagram, I am Tyrus Smash blue check verified, and I have no other social media. So anything else is not me.
And I'm going to throw a link to both of those in the show notes to make it super easy to find as well. Tyrus, thanks for your time today. I appreciate it a bunch.
Thank you so much, sir.
Absolutely. Again, the new book is out right now. It's Just Tyrus, a Memoir. I've got a link to that and his social media in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
According to studies, men change their mind 2 to 3 times more often than women.
Okay.
I don't know if I agree with that. Yeah, I probably agree with that.
I agree with that.
I don't know if I guess I do. All right, fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Every time you shuffle a deck of cards, you get a combination that's probably never, ever existed.
That's cool.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
When pitched, the average Major League Baseball rotates 15 times before being hit. That's pretty cool. I wonder who counted that and how they figured that out. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, Jeff?
From a complete stop, a human is capable of outrunning a Formula One race car for about 30 feet. What?
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
That's very interesting.
All right, fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Only one person in recorded history has ever been hit by a meteorite.
Oh.
That's kind of crazy. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Cats were once used to deliver mail in Belgium. It did not last very long. Where's my mail? I don't know. Curled up over there. Couple of fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Now, the Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way courtesy of mintervention.com. Here's the question. 75% of women say they get suspicious when their partner does this. What do you think it is, Heidi?
Help clean the house.
No. Good answer, though. 75% of women get suspicious when their partner sends flowers. Do you get suspicious when I do that?
I would definitely be suspicious because you never send flowers.
Well, because when I do, you tell me not to.
Okay, but what are my favorite flowers?
Oh, lilacs.
And they're free.
Oh, okay, I'll have to
You can
go
pick
pick
those.
some lilacs. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way courtesy of mintervention.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. We know you've been pining away in your room waiting for the day Chris Pratt will finally get to say such iconic lines as, "It's a me, a Mario," and "Wahoo!"
My gosh.
But you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. The upcoming animated movie adaptation of the Super Mario Brothers video game, featuring the voice of Pratt as Mario and Charlie Day as Luigi,
I love Charlie Day.
has been delayed after initially being scheduled to hit theaters in December. Now it's set for sometime next year. So I don't know how this ended up here as weird news, other than the fact that I just think that are those two, I think they're both amazing actors, but are they kind of odd choices for those roles?
I don't think
As Mario and
that-
Luigi?
I think maybe Chris Pratt would be, but I don't think Charlie Day would be.
As Luigi?
Yeah, I think Charlie's going to pull that off.
I'm sure they will.
awesomely.
They're just voices. It's animated, so you're not
Yeah.
going to see them. But again, it'll be interesting to see. It's a little bit weird. It's weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. This was sent specifically for you, Heidi.
Okay.
Apparently, it's been said on this program that you like wine. Have I ever mentioned that?
I do like wine
Do we talk about that here?
once or twice.
Apparently, we have. Because this was sent, it says cheap wine names. Heidi might like these.
Okay.
Cheap wine names. So if you come across these, they must be affordable. Here's the first one. Merlot on cash. Off-white Zinfandel. Mommy's juice box. Maybe you're worth it, maybe you're not. Another cheap wine name. $2 Upchuck. Oh, boy. 10W30. That's actually oil. Nasty Spumante. Friesling. Red Dye and Water. And our final cheap wine name that Heidi might like, Cup of Wine.
Okay.
Cup of wine. Like cup of soup.
Cup
but
of
it's
soup.
Cup of wine. You think any of those sound good?
Not really. but-
Okay, I didn't think so. It is the list brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? Check out this beautiful family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Poipu, Kauai, Hawaii. Our family stayed recently and we absolutely loved it. The area is so beautiful and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can all enjoy your own area in a vacation rental? Visit Hawaii and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. Learn more at radiotravelgroup.com. That's radiotravelgroup.com. John.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Our quote today is from Mae West, and she always had fun stuff to say, like this. I generally avoid temptation unless I can't resist it.
Oh, that's adorable.
And it's just the best.
I
love
need that on a t-shirt.
You know what? I should get that for you on a t-shirt. Again, that is your quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Friday.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. Here's the headline. People in Thailand are building these little shelters for stray dogs. So a man in Thailand invented a functional shelter for strays made out of recycled billboards. I love this idea. It's really a neat idea. Arjun Yosef Chaganzjeen. I probably said it all wrong.
I'm sure
am
you
so sorry.
nailed that.
I should have just said this dude because then I wouldn't have felt. I feel silly when I do that. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just an idiot sometimes. Anyway, came up with the concept during a doctorate program at the university. He was trying to provide additional safety to many stray dogs in the community where he lives. The structure is easily deployable and can be set just about anywhere within the urban context of Thailand to protect stray animals from rain and intense heat. So the way the thing works, it's I don't know how you describe it exactly, but the things that I'm looking at here are like folded up against a wall. And if it's raining, you're supposed to pull this thing out, and then it provides either shade or protection from the rain.
Okay, but who's going to go and pull them out? Like they're just
They can leave
sitting
them
around
out.
town?
Yeah,
Okay.
they can leave them out all the time. But then, like, if somebody's working in that area and they need to do something, they can push them up against the wall, and it literally lays flat against the wall. So far, it's been a pretty big hit. Facebook group currently has more than 10,000 members. A bunch of photos of dogs using the shelters.
That's really sweet.
And they're saying that, hey, if you're interested in putting these things up, reach out and he'll happily help you get them all put together. It's a neat idea. And it uses like the vinyl from a billboard. When they're done with that, that's
Sure.
what the material is made out of. So, again, I've got a link to it, and it shows all the stuff in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great Friday. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show.